Hi there, Taurus. Welcome to your December 2025 love reading. This is a love reading for singles as well as those people who are coupled and in relationships that aren't working for them. Um, and when I do these love readings, it's not like, okay, what is going to happen to you? It's kind of looking at your situation, maybe from a philosophical point of view. And I don't know. I don't watch love readings, so I don't know how other people do it, but I'm sure they just do like predictive stuff. So, anyway, hopefully, this will be another type of reading that you might find kind of nice to listen to. Uh, okay, so the heart of the matter is the Six of Swords. This is about um, leaving behind, choosing peace over chaos. So even if you're somebody who's single, this could apply to a situation. Maybe you were recently dating someone and you had to kind of leave it alone, and maybe you're single now because of that. But if you are coupled, it might be something that you're experiencing that you are really seriously thinking of like leaving. Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus is about harmony. So that is something, anybody, not just a Taurus person, wants harmony, obviously, but some people are more resilient, or I was thinking of Aries, might be more inclined to think that that's a sign that of true love if they have somebody who's their sparring partner, verbally, of course, but not something that is very it might not feel even emotionally safe to be around such a person. So you really have to evaluate how this relationship is affecting your life and how valuable it is to remove that from your life or not. And I realize that's easier said than done. Also, the Six of Swords is a card of relocating physically. So that might be something that is kind of coming up for you for some reason. In the past position, we have the Two of Pentacles. This is kind of a lot of this deck, which is called the Starseed, not Starseed, Flower Child Tarot, is faithful to Rider-Waite in the basic imagery. And in Rider-Waite, they show like the juggler with two balls or whatever, two pentacles. And here they show the yin and the yang. But it's showing that juggling act, because this is a card that can indicate that you've got two things that you are juggling. Now, it could be two people in a love reading. So if you are, this especially would apply to somebody who is coupled, who may be seeing somebody on the side. And, and that's why I paused, because when I've said this in the past, I've had people, I don't cheat. I'm a loyal person. And Taurus is known for being loyal, but you might be in a place where, sometimes people say, well, it just happened. Or maybe it's even like an emotional thing. It's not even something it's just like you fall in love with someone and you love to be around them, but you have this primary relationship. It could be something like that. So who knows? But in any case, it can be something where you are, finding yourself with two people. Also, I want to say too, is if you're maybe working two jobs or something like that, you don't have time sometimes to invest in a relationship, or whether you're single or you're coupled. So you have to keep that in mind when you're trying to find someone. If you work a lot of hours, how are you going to make that happen? Something has to give. And even if you're coupled, it's an investment. You can't just not spend time with someone and expect that relationship to just, thrive or even maintain itself, because there has to be that energy applied to things. That's just how, that's kind of basic physics, right? I don't know. I never took physics. The higher message is the Temperance card. This is connected to the sign Sagittarius. The imagery is reminiscent of the water bearer in that, Aquarius, and you have the two cups there. But it's like they show the angel, the earth angel, one foot in the water, one foot on land, on the rock, which represents the earth and which is your element. And, Taurus is very well versed in material things. And the spiritual is something that you may find, maybe for some Taurians, not all, but some may struggle to find a way to really value that in the sense. Of course, we have our conditioning. If you go to church every week, it becomes like a habit, and so it's just something that people do, like a ritual. But really understanding the true meaning and importance, because you just are so tied into the physical plane and the tangible things of life. We're talking about the invisible things in life. And basically why I'm saying this is because the Temperance card is reminding you to balance the spiritual and the material. So whether you're dealing with someone and you're physically attracted to them, what kind of spiritual attributes do they have, and that they can help you and you can help them grow spiritually, to look at those kinds of things. What crosses you is the Five of Wands. Again, this is a card of like disharmony, conflict. So in that kind of, if you're in a relationship that just may be so commonplace for you that you forgot that you don't have to have that in life, that there are better ways of living. A Taurus person can have Aries inner planets. They can have Venus in Aries, and that can make you, kind of like feisty types of relationships, and you could confuse that conflict or that drama with it being passion. And that can be problematic because you might not even see that it's not the kind of relationship that you want to invest in. And so even the type of person that you're attracted to, or the dynamics of the relationship, you have to really, when you're meeting somebody for the first time, really observe, how you're getting along. What's coming in is the Ace of Cups, so that could indicate, and actually, yeah, I mean, you had, not too long ago, you had a solar eclipse in your fifth house of love in Virgo. So that still is in play, even though that was several months ago. And that's new love coming into your life, new beginnings of love, new feelings of love. And the outcome is the Page of Wands. This is start spreading the news. I've used this title many times. Good news coming, new communication with somebody that is very joyful, passionate. So it could be connected with Ace of Cups, a new person coming into your life. Yeah, so that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.